Oh my goodness. Guys, what did I do? What did I do wrong? Help me, please. I don't know how to do this. Okay, so once I add Jenny, what do I do? Help me, I'm flailing here. Do I go into the comments? I reckon so, right? Is that what I do? Come on, someone give me some advice. I'm dying here. So I go like, stop laughing at me. Oh my goodness. Oh, they have to request to go live with me. Thank you so much. Okay, right. So what do I do now? Let's send Jenny a text and I will say, you have to request to go live with me. I should have done this homework before. Thank you so much, whoever said that. Hello from the Philippines. Hi, how are you doing? Thank you, Sophie Lemus, for sending me that message. Okay, I'm now waiting to see if Jenny will get that message. Okay, thank you so much. Keeping up with Molly, and then just accept her. I will do. I hope she gets my message. I hope she gets my message. Where am I? I am in LA right now, and it's very, very hot today. Should I go into the... I love how you guys are teaching me how to do this. This is so classic me. Okay, now do I need to go and find her? Oh, you sent. Okay. Oh yeah, go. Oh, I think it's gonna happen. Thank you so much for helping me, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm such a clumsy bum. She said she sent. I'm waiting for Jenny. It's coming, I promise. I still can't believe that I completely cocked up the beginning of this live. There you go. Shows that I've never done live before. Hi, Ash. Hi, Archie. I'm not going to kill anyone, Archie. I'm going to make some ice cream, some damn good ice cream. Waiting for Jenny Britton. I'm just waiting now. I've accepted her. I'm just waiting. What can I talk about instead? Oh, I'll talk about ice cream. Well, okay, I'm not, oh, is she there? Oh no. Come on, Jenny. All right, guys. I've accepted her request, Michelle, I have. This is so funny. All right, let's have a little look. Hi, Brazil. Oh my goodness. I can't actually. Yeah, I've accepted Jenny, so that's weird. Why isn't it working? Oh my goodness. You can request her if she's watching live. I know I did that, but when I did that, it then went paused and everybody said, why did you pause? Oh, come on. Is this bad now? Kind of. Ask her to send the request again. All right, I will. Jenny. Send request again. Sorry. Hi, Ron. Hello. Oh my goodness, it's quite hard not to just read every single one of them. Hi, Christine. It's not failing just yet. Slightly failed at the beginning. A little bit of failure, but I feel like we're going to get there and then it's going to be okay. I will put on my apron since I'm waiting. So guys, let's just take this second to really applaud all the people that registered to vote. I am so happy to be a part of this, and I also need to keep on making sure I'm looking. I'm so happy to be a part of this, and I'm so happy that all of you responded, and this is very exciting for me, and I'm going to make ice cream with Jenny, and send me your request again because it won't let me anymore. That's weird. How do I send requests, guys? How do I send requests? Oh my goodness. I will have to save the live because this is hilarious. I have no idea. Restart Instagram. Oh my God. You guys, there's so many different. She has to exit for it to work. All right. Let me send her another request. Apparently, I need. Oh, shit. Jenny. Maybe try again. If not, let's go live on your page. There we go. Okay. I know, this is so funny. So guys, if I were to just click on the faces, oh, she needs to exit to rejoin. Jenny, if you can hear me, you need to exit to rejoin. Jenny, if you can hear me. Oh, I see. Yeah, I should have done my homework beforehand. How about that?
Oh my word. Holy cow. Wait, are we here?
Yeah, we're here. How was that?
We
so
made it.
hard?
Oh my goodness. This is so, it was like all of a sudden it was working.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I have no idea. I've done this a whole bunch of times, but like, I don't know. I think it thought that I was like, just
a bad
like,
person.
I think it thought you didn't want me in there. And so I kept it going and then it was like rejected. Anyway.
I do want you here. You're the whole reason why I'm going to make good ice cream. Otherwise, it would be really, really bad ice cream.
Oh.
Thank you so much, everybody, that just helped us sort this out. I've never done live before. As you can tell, that took us 10 minutes.
It's not usually that hard. I've never had it do that before.
Maybe it's me.
It's okay. We're here. We're here. We did it.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
And I've got my cheat sheet, my book.
Yeah. Okay. All the ingredients. And you can decide whether we use the candied ginger or not. But I guess we should tell people what we're making.
Yeah, let's talk about the flavor. Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to say, like, that was the fastest I've ever made a flavor. We were just DMing last night. I mean, sometimes this stuff takes like weeks.
Oh, really?
Feels like, yeah. I mean, you know, mostly once we start testing it and things like that. But anyway, you were like, oh, no, it has to have like rum and, you know, whatever. So yeah, let's say what the flavor is.
Thank you so much. Well, I thought that maybe, I don't know, as I was shooting things over, I was like, oh God, she's going to think this is such bad ice cream making. So I'm happy that you're happy with what we're going to make. And that is, it's going to have lots of rum. I actually don't know what it's called. What do you want to call it?
Yeah, because, you know, you do have to give it a name. That's part of like ice cream and sundae making and things like that. So I don't know, maybe we can let everybody help us decide on that. But what I love is that it just like gets us into that fall spirit.
Yeah.
You know, so much.
Yeah. And it's still got a hint of summer because it's also hot here still.
Yes, so. Exactly. Yeah. It's just like that bridge between summer and autumn.
Exactly. Okay, well, do you want to make it sound really glamorous and elegant then? Because otherwise I'm just going to start listing things and it's not going to sound good.
Oh my goodness. So it's going to be a maple rum ice cream.
Maple rum ice cream.
With candied ginger and or fresh ginger. So we really do need to have an actual name for this. Like, you know, like the dark and stormy or something like that. That's sort of the cocktail, you know?
Oh yeah.
But it's going to be a maple ice cream with rum. That'll be sort of the base and ginger.
What about,
you know what? Yeah.
What about,
it's going to be like a synergy.
What about dark, stormy, and cozy because of the maple and the pecans?
Yeah, and then they can't sue us for trademark or dark and stormy. It's 3 things, not 2.
I have to admit something to you, Jenny. So earlier today when I went shopping, Jenny told me to make sure I keep the cream cheese out of the fridge.
But you didn't?
I accidentally put it in the fridge. So then I had a bright idea. And my bright idea was, quickly, I need to put it in the sun before the sun goes. And so it's in the sun, and I'm going to quickly sprint outside because my cream cheese is still in the sun. So you just thought, oh, look, all the names are coming in. Awesome.
Well, I can tell everybody how to, there are other ways to do that too.
That's awesome. 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Whenever I don't leave the cream cheese, okay, cream cheese just gives the ice cream a little bit of extra body. It's really good. It helps it be scoopable. But whenever I forget to leave it out, I just put it in like a plastic bag and put it in hot, like squeeze it, make it thin, and then put it in hot water. It always works. It's great. So the reason we use a little bit of cream cheese, and I only do this in the home recipe, not in my professional recipe, is because in my professional kitchen, I can homogenize in a certain way that builds body in the ice cream. So cream cheese adds a little bit of body to the ice cream, but also if you want, it can add a lot of flavor too. So if you're going to use cream cheese as a base, you want to double the cream cheese. The flavor, I was just explaining that the cream cheese actually just gives it a little bit of body, the ice cream. So it's more scoopable. This is just for my home recipe. So, you can make it on any machine that you have. This actually recipe was created for those like smaller, like Cuisinart machines. Mm-hmm. And the texture is amazing. You still get great texture, but this isn't what I do. It's not the same recipe as in my professional kitchen. It was meant to get you the same results. Because you don't have a homogenizer at home, or a pasteurizer. So those are pieces of, equipment that I use.
Okay.
So great. Okay. So what I always do first is get everything measured out.
Okay.
Because then it's all in front of you and ready, and you're just ready to go.
Fantastic. All right. You're going to have to shout measurements at me because I don't have it in front of me.
I got it. I got you. Okay. Here we go.
Am I going to put them all in a bowl or just in separate bowls?
Separate bowls if you can, but just get everything out. You can always measure the milk as you're going, but I always just get everything out.
I've got everything out. Do we need weighing scales or are we doing cups?
No, just cups are fine.
Right. Okay, I'll put them away.
I really felt like I wanted to create the most easy recipe that you could do and still get really good sort of scoopable ice cream at home.
Amazing. Yeah, that is exactly.
And this book actually won the James Beard Award that year.
Hey! Oh my goodness.
It's very fun. So it's available. Right. Yep. Okay. So just a quick overview of the steps. We're gonna actually take maple syrup and boil it down so it's about half strength. So actually, if we want to cheat a little bit, it's not really cheating, but maybe we get that started right now. So maybe just go ahead and put the maple syrup, which it's gonna be 2 cups of maple syrup. Maybe just go ahead and put that on the stove top, over medium. Actually, I would probably go medium high. Just keep watching it.
Medium high. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a very impatient cook, I'll be honest.
Stuff. I know that's bad. 2 cups. Okay. 1.
And then so what we're going to try to do is reduce it by about half. So kind of remember where it's at when you put it in there, where it comes up to.
Okay. I may need to open my other maple. Good job. I got 2.
This is going to be the most expensive ice cream it is possible to make. It's funny because people are like, $10 for ice cream, but you think really actually when you make it, you can get to, start talking about vanilla beans and rum and maple syrup.
Yeah. I also found that I really got into sourdough, baking sourdough. And I found out about that. It was by the time that I finished, I had been working on that bad boy for about 3 days. And if I were to ever sell it, I'd easily be like, no, you can't have it for less than 10. That's crazy.
Oh, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so you got that going. Put that on medium high.
And
then let that heat up. We're going to boil it so that it reduces by half. So that's going to take a few minutes. And then while that's working, then you can kind of measure everything out and do what's the mise en place, this, get everything ready so it's ready to go.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, that's on medium to high. I might just because I've never done this before, a little bit lower. in case I burn it.
Are we in your kitchen? Is that where we're at?
And yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, it almost looks like it could be outdoors. Oh, yay.
There's the maple
Perfect.
syrup.
That's a perfect ice cream making pan.
Oh, yeah? Okay, fantastic. Cool.
Okay,
what's next?
Okay, so let's get everything kind of measured out. So that's 2.5 or 2 2/3 cup of whole milk. You got whole milk?
I've got whole milk.
Yay. That's my favorite kind of milk.
Yeah.
This looks non-homogenized. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Blah, 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 blah. So you said
it looks very good. 2.5, or sorry, 2 2/3. So when we blend these together, we're going to end up with like a specific amount of butter fat. So ice cream is a really cool way to talk about science. I mean, we can look at the like molecules that we're trying to bring together in ice cream with like the milk, with the fat that's in the milk, the fat that's in the cream, and how much is coming together with different sugars that are in maple syrup. And that's just what's creating this whole yummy thing. Okay, so so then right now what you'll do once you get that measured is to take a tablespoon plus 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. You can also use tapioca starch.
Yes.
That's kind of your insurance policy on ice cream. So when you add other things, let's just say strawberries are full of water and you want to make strawberry ice cream. Well, it won't make it, it'll make it so that it doesn't get icy with the strawberries. So cornstarch is just like a little bit of your insurance policy to keep it kind of, you know, not icy, to absorb the water.
So I would need this to keep things from like crystallizing.
Yep.
Right.
With my recipe, you actually don't have to have it. Like you can leave it out, but I just find that it just makes it so much easier to do and all that.
And
yep.
Where is this going? Just in
this will go in a little cup. And
Great.
then what you're going to do is add a little of that milk that you just measured out.
Delicious.
You're going to add like a little bit and make a slurry. You ever made a slurry before?
1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon plus 2 teaspoons.
Great. And I have a teaspoon right here.
Are you using like table stuff? Just regular tableware?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No, it's great. It's great. Yeah, it'll work.
Is that okay?
It's gonna work great. Yeah.
Don't worry, I've got cups as well.
That's great. No, I mean that's how I always do it at home too. But like, they're you know less precise. This recipe does not matter at all for that.
Oh, I mean my gran is so unprecise with baking, and I just got everything off her.
Yes, right. She knows how to do it.
Absolutely everything. All right.
Okay, so then once you get the cornstarch in there, you're just going to pour a little bit of milk in there and stir it. That way it's just ready to go and you can put it aside. We're going to add that later to the cream and milk after it's like boiled together with the maple syrup. Maybe check the maple, make sure it's not like exploding.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay.
Okay, that's done.
Great. All right. Now grab your cream cheese and you know 2 ounces. You know you can probably do this by sight. To think of like 2 tablespoons, not quite 2 golf balls. You know what I mean? Just like 2 spoonfuls. Yeah,
like that.
Plenty.
Wait.
Real? Yes.
That's 1.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
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 Yep. And
and then that's
take a whisk and like try to whisk it so that it's really smooth.
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing: if you ever had like a cheesecake where it has like little balls of like not
fun stuff
up cream cheese, you don't want that.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so the way that I do this too, you can kind of once you get your mental map of how to do this, it's the same with every flavor, right? So you can then change what ingredients you put in there, what flavors you make, but the process is always the same.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. That's done.
Okie doke. Now, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Just go ahead and throw that right into the cream cheese. Might as well. Salt's important for bringing out the maple flavor, but also milk, the flavor of milk, those milk proteins. Salt will sort of brighten them up. It's not enough salt that you'll taste it.
Right, I see. How much ice cream do you make for yourself and your household on a daily basis? Or just on a weekly basis?
I will just say that I eat ice cream every day, every single day. And actually like some days I eat it because I have to, because I'm in the test kitchen and I'm eating a lot. Yeah. And then a lot of times I also just eat it at night. So I eat a lot of ice cream. I don't make it at home a lot. I mean, I do maybe once or twice a month. So still a lot.
Only yours, or do you buy others?
I do buy others. Yeah, I do. Yeah, because nobody else makes fish food, which is the Ben& Jerry's flavor that I always buy.
Oh, she's bubbling. In a
What's
good way.
that?
She's bubbling.
Oh, great. So just kind of remember where you're at, and then as that continues to go lower, we'll kind of monitor that. So you really want it to get to be about 1 cup,
Okay.
or even less, honestly, if you can. Okay.
Okay.
So keep that at a rolling boil, but not boiling over.
Fantastic.
All right. So we are going to leave the corn syrup out, which is totally fine because it's glucose, and glucose creates bonds in your ice cream, so it rolls. But the maple should have some of that, and we'll make up for some of that. So that's great. And then the last thing is, we're done. We're done measuring everything out. So you got that already ready. Did you whisk the cream cheese?
I did. She's done. Should I stir in the salt?
Yeah.
Right.
And then you could also, well, that's all right, because you're not going to add that until the end. Oh, we forgot. Oh, the ginger. I forgot. You want to cut it into coins.
Fantastic. Perfect. I have my knife. Don't worry.
And we're just going to steep it in there and remove it, so you don't have to worry about the edges or whatever.
Okay.
Somebody's asking about the recipe. I will type up the recipe. I will post the recipe. I haven't had time to put it together yet, but I will, and we will, and I'll make sure that we can share it.
This is all very last minute, guys. We created it yesterday, but we're very confident.
So the idea too, I will just say this, the way that I do this whole book is actually so that you can mix and match techniques and make your own flavor. And so I call it freestyling. So literally it was like when you said maple, I just flipped the maple recipe and then we freestyled it from there. There's also like a rum recipe we could have started with, but because maple, we really need that maple punch with doing it this way. So, so it's pretty easy to freestyle almost any flavor that you want through here.
Okay. Should I tone her down a little bit? She's getting angry. Not angry, but
yeah, maybe a little bit. Yep. You're gonna make caramel. No, it won't do that until it gets really low. But
no, she's not. She's just frothy.
Yay! Well, that'll make it go faster. That's my always my goal. I'm jealous of your kitchen. Our kitchen is torn out and just getting completely rebuilt, which is really fun, really cool. So only a couple more weeks and I will have a brand new kitchen, completely gutted. So I'm
excited. Exciting.
So we've been living out of our dining room for the last 4 months.
That's kind of fun though. I find that kind of fun. I remember when we moved as kids, we'd always be living out of the living room out of a microwave, and everybody just using things to stack up all the tin cans, and it was quite fun. It was like camping.
Totally. Well, then I put a refrigerator in my bedroom, which is where I'm at now. These are little closets or whatever. And so one of them has a mini refrigerator where I keep skincare stuff and eye patches and milk for my cappuccino, because then I have an espresso machine right next to it. So I'm learning how to. This is my dorm room up here actually at this point.
Well done. You got your own space. All right.
Okay.
How much do you think I should have? How many pieces?
Let me see them.
So that's
I think we should go pretty gingery, and also since we're steeping it, I would do all of it, maybe even a little more. I'll tell you one thing I didn't do. I did not increase the recipe for your machine. We could have done that, but I think this is fine. Okay. So we'll just have to I think your machine will just freeze it faster or something.
Okay. I've done some more pieces of ginger.
Awesome.
Fab.
Okay.
Great.
And then what else? All right. How's our maple looking?
Maple's fine. Do you want to have a little look?
Oh, yeah. Oh, great. You could probably even go a little higher. I mean, sorry. I mean, that's just me. I'm just always
no, I'm being cautious because I don't want to
don't spill it on.
I don't want to fuck up live, and then everybody's oh.
Plus, maple syrup is so expensive. We just need to protect this ingredient, respect it.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was a kid, we used to make maple syrup, or we would tap the maple trees. We had honeybees and maple trees, and there's nothing like that smell of when you're cooking the sap, which is you get 50 or 80 gallons of sap, and it just makes one little tiny thing of maple.
I've never done that. That sounds so exciting. Okay,
Very
she's
lovely.
now definitely going.
Oh yeah,
Woo!
okay, that's great. Keep that going
Okay.
for a little bit, and we're just gonna maybe you know, in a minute, what you'll do is turn it off and then kind of measure it again and see where
Okay.
we're at.
All right.
So maple contains a lot of water. Because sap contains a lot of water, and so when you boil it down and becomes syrup, you're just concentrating the sugar and evaporating the water.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still quite a lot of water in there, and in ice cream making, water is your enemy. So water is what becomes ice crystals. So when you're making ice creams, every ingredient can connect with water. So sugar can connect with water and hold it so it doesn't become an ice crystal. And of course, well, a little bit of the butterfat will actually the butterfat, which is the fat that's in milk and cream, will adhere to that. And then if we have some left over, we're gonna, it'll be with the cornstarch. And so the whole process of making ice cream is tying up the water that's already in milk, cream, maple, strawberries, whatever you're adding to it, so that they don't become free to turn into ice crystals.
Right.
And that's what we concern ourselves with the most. So it's, you think it's just like we're having fun with flavor, but actually,
It's
you
chemistry.
have to know all this stuff, otherwise you can't bring those flavors forward.
Goodness, well, thank you so much for today. Otherwise, crystallized rum ice cream.
Well, the other thing is that I've never made this ice cream, so we're freestyling it here. So there may be some tweaks for next time, but this is going to be now your ice cream that you can like make every holiday,
I'll brag to
whatever.
people.
Hopefully, we'll get it right and this first time, and it'll freeze and all of that. But
I hope so. Okay.
all right, you want to turn it off and see where we're at on the level?
Sure. Shall I show you what she looks like?
Yeah, basically, we just want to get a cup of that.
Okay. 1 cup of that.
Mm-hmm.
2 seconds. Right. I may go to the sink for this because I don't want to.
Yeah, be careful with that too, because that's hot, and I have been burned on very hot sugar too many times.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right. Okay. 2 seconds, guys. Whilst I strain this. Ooh.
Scaring us off the camera, making all those the dropping sounds.
No. Oh, I think you're right. This has made a cup.
Yay! All right.
Do you just need a cup of it, or?
Yep, it's perfect. So put it back in the pan.
Oh.
Actually,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fantastic. Back in the pan. Great.
Awesome. And then now we get to actually do the ice cream making.
Yay!
Well, this is the ice cream making too, but anyway. So now what we're gonna do is put the milk and cream.
Mm-hmm.
Consulting my recipe, just making sure I'm not forgetting something, I always do. Yeah, just the milk and cream on there, and then we're gonna bring that to a boil.
Okay.
So this is, the maple is going to be the only sugar in this ice cream.
Shall I? Oh, that's amazing. That makes me so happy. Shall I put the thingy back on?
Yeah, give it a good stir, and you're gonna put it on medium high. So what's really cool is, like, I don't know, my grandmother always said, like, watch the milk. Like if you're ever scalding milk, she's like afraid it's gonna burn. Well, yeah. The sugar actually protects the milk and cream from burning. So you really can bring it to a full rolling boil, which is really great, because this is where the super fun science comes in that we're actually gonna bring the milk and cream to, did you put the cream cheese in?
Did you tell me to?
No. It's okay. It's okay. I think it'll still be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
I just put a spoonful in.
Just do it. Yeah, no, it's gonna be all right. I've never done that before. We're just gonna see. It'll be fine. It's good. Yeah, save that rest of it for for later. That's all right. Just stir it together, like almost like if you can whisk it and make sure that it's
okay.
Not lumpy. You can always put it through a sieve if you need to. Cream cheese is really just some kind of acid in cream. And so that's, actually basically what we're doing. Okay, so here's the other thing.
Right.
Maple syrup is a little bit acidic, speaking of acid. So it might separate a little bit, but that's okay. It'll come back together in your ice cream machine.
Oh, great.
Oh, did you put the actual cream in?
No.
Milk and cream.
Oh. Wait, no, it's still good. We're still good. We're still good.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Thank you. Somebody,
thank you for saying.
A few people noticed that. That's great.
I don't think we measured out the cream. I think that's why I
thought.
Oh,
okay.
Unless I'm
well, let's see. It's Oh, 1.5 cups. We didn't measure it out, did we? That's why we do it. Cause yeah, okay. 1.5 cups.
That's all right.
Yeah, this is still gonna work.
This is going to be interesting. Plus, Zach's going to be happy either way. He loves ice cream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see Wonder Woman? There's a part
Yeah.
in that where like she gets to eat ice cream for the first time. And
Yeah.
it's like a 1 second part. And it's kind of, I think it sort of gets the ice cream emotion.
Okay, she's smelling amazing, even if I do
Okay.
cream cheese.
Awesome.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there chunks in there? Do you need to go with a whisk, or are you okay with that? Or is it good?
She's all smooth.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. Okay, so bring it to a boil, medium high.
Okay.
And this is the part of my recipe that makes it so you don't need egg yolks. A lot of ice cream, uses egg yolks.
Yeah.
So we're gonna actually make milk proteins act like egg yolks, like one of the ingredients in egg yolks. So we're gonna actually it's called denaturing, but we're gonna do it through heat, and then it's gonna enable the proteins to come together with water. It's that like amazing science that enables great flavor. But so you bring it to a boil and you're gonna boil it for 4 minutes. Once it starts to bubble, we're gonna set a timer for 4 minutes, and I tested this with 3 minutes and 5 minutes and everywhere in between, and 4 minutes exactly gives the best results. Amazing. So this is what's going to give smoothness and like body to the ice cream.
Okay, fantastic. She's happy. She's smooth. She's smelling good.
Boiling yet? Not yet. Probably not yet.
I can turn it up, but I think
medium high is good.
Yeah, medium high. She's medium high.
Great. And the ginger is going to go. Somebody said ginger is going to go in. So here's like some points or whatever, some tips. If you're making right now, if we were making like cinnamon ice cream or or even like vanilla, an ice cream that like with like a leathery ingredient or like hard barky ingredient, you can put it in during this step where it's like boiling because it needs that heat to really open up. Something like like ginger or like coffee, I will put in as it's cool, like when it comes off the heat. So it's still going to be hot, and let it steep pretty much as long as you want. Coffee you really only want to go like 10 minutes with coffee because it gets really bitter. But something like ginger, you could go longer than that. If you're doing something like peppermint or sweet basil or something from your garden that's like green and like delicate, you want to put that in actually when it's cold. And so you just put it in there and like let it steep for like overnight or half an hour or whatever. So that way you can, ice cream is all about scent, actually. So what you're kind of doing is the scent of ginger is going to connect with the butterfat, which melts perfectly at body temperature. And so when it melts, as you lick it off the cone or whatever, it volatilizes into your head. And so that scent of ginger is going to get locked into the butterfat. I'm actually really glad that you're doing something with ginger because it's the only ingredient that I'm allergic to. It's the only thing in the world.
Why did you?
So I have to smell it. I love it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll make it smell really good.
I know. I feel like I can smell it.
Ooh, she is bubbling.
Okay. Is it boiling?
Yeah, she's boiling.
Okay. We got to set a timer.
Okay.
I don't want to go off my thing. Somebody set a timer for 4 minutes. 4 minutes exactly.
I will look at this clock, and this clock
says,
yeah, okay, for 4 minutes. Great.
Okay.
Do I need to keep on stirring it while she's bubbling?
No, but every once in a while you might pop over and give it a stir. You don't really have to. You don't have to. I mean, because it's weird the way that like you can let that roll like that.
And it won't do.
And like leave it there and it isn't going to stick or burn or whatever. Let me see how it's boiling. Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. Yeah.
I got blinded.
I love the color that the maple makes it sort of like a taupey. That's awesome.
Fantastic. So if I were to use candied ginger, which I've been nibbling on all day, when would I put that in?
I would put that in when it's coming out of the ice cream machine. So I would cut it into little tiny pieces, well, as big as you want, really. I would go with candied ginger. I'd go pretty small because because they're gonna be frozen and you want them to be like easy to warm in your mouth. So I go pretty small and then mix them in as it's coming out of the ice cream machine. I think it would be a really nice touch.
And what do you think about these candied pecans?
Oh, that's all. I mean, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. Throw everything in there. Throw it all in. This is, I mean, this is just autumn in a bite. I mean, literally, it's just like everything.
These are the only things that I genuinely cannot stop eating.
That is awesome. Do you like all the time or just because you bought them today? Or you always get them?
If I ever buy them, I usually buy them to put them on a cheese board. Big fan of cheese boards, and I will spend 10-15 minutes in the cheese aisle at any shop. And I always usually have about like 10 to 15 cheeses in my fridge.
Oh my gosh, me too. I'm the same. I'm such a dairy person.
Love cheese. And so I always get these. Oh, she's getting quite high. Is that okay?
Okay, you can turn it down so it's not boiling over.
Yeah, she rose.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, she's going back down. It's okay.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Okay. I think we're 2 minutes.
You know, you can make a sundae board. You can do this with ice cream. So you can, okay, so imagine your cheese board.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever seen like the little crackers, like the Maria crackers, or they look like crackers, but they're cookies, or what I would think of as cookies, maybe like biscuits or something. But they're not like chocolate chip cookies. They look like crackers, and they're just very simple cookies, or very slightly sweet biscuits. So you can get those, and it looks really fun. And you know, make some chocolate sauce, or you know, just get some pecans and some strawberries and candies, or wherever your theme is, and then throw the ice cream on there at the last minute. And you can use like cheese knives and put it on spread it like cheese on a cookie, like the little simple cookie, and then put a little sauce and whatever, or a pecan, and then eat it. It's really fun.
The problem is it's just so satisfying, the texture crunch. All right, I'm stopping. Let's have a look at that.
All right, is the ice cream is it separating a little bit or balling up a little bit? It's really okay. That's great. If it does, if you guys make this at home, it's okay. It'll come back together. That's just the protein kind of coming apart a little bit, but it'll go back together.
Considering I've made 2 mistakes, she still looks good.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the other thing. Like when I made this recipe, I wanted it to be so like foolproof. Really, I did. And so even though I've never put the cream cheese in during the boiling stuff, it's going to be all right. It's going to be just fine.
Sorry.
Gonna be all right. It's gonna be delicious.
Be bad.
Oh, somebody said time is done.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Do I just turn it off?
Yep. So yeah, you know, I mean, if you go too far over, it ends up tasting almost like dulce de leche, or, you know, it ends up feeling a little bit candied, and you don't want that, like a milk.
I like that. When I lived in Spain, sorry, that was my last one. I lived in Spain, and the dessert in every single restaurant was, like, their special dessert was a crepe with an ice cream scoop of dulce de leche. And then that was it. And you'd bite into it as a kid and be like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm going to eat the whole thing. It's the only dessert that as a kid I could not finish because it was just so rich.
Yeah, so sweet. And
it's amazing.
But such an amazing flavor. That flavor of caramel, like caramelized, is one that you can't synthesize. So like they actually can synthesize a vanilla and win a contest next to a natural vanilla. Like it's real, like pretty close. You can't tell the difference, or like it's very close, or even be sometimes preferred. But caramelization, you can't synthesize. And it's just such like when it's, I don't know, that's what you're eating on the pecans. You know what I mean? It's like there's such an emotional, beautiful flavor.
That was my love.
That's
awesome.
Okay, so do you have any more cream cheese left in that bowl? Because this is the next step. All right, get that cream cheese out.
I have like a good, more than a tablespoon.
I forgot. I actually brought ice cream, so I can eat some too.
Oh, yay!
We have a new flavor with
in there, right?
What's that?
I just put.
Oh no! Pour the milk and cream into the bowl and stir it a little bit. But if you did it like that, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you already did it, it'll be fine.
I already did it. I was too fascinated about your ice cream. What are you eating?
This one is one that just came out on Monday, and it's a flavor we made with Tyler the Creator,
Yeah.
and it's called Pluto Blue.
Oh, I heard about this.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. It's so good that I already ate a whole pint of it this week,
So
which
what's it?
I don't do very often. It's kind of like an outer space fruit, and it's very tart. If you can imagine, it's like if you could have like nerds, if you put all the nerds in your mouth at once,
Yeah.
they kind of taste like that.
Nice.
Mm,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to whisk this.
so
Because
smooth.
the exact thing that you told me would happen happened.
What happened to it?
It just got,
Didn't get.
but it's okay.
If it gets like a little bit chunky, you can always put it through a strainer.
Okay.
And chunky is the worst word, I think. There are 2 words in ice cream, 3 words in ice cream that I don't like: chunky, fudge, and buttery.
Fudge? You don't like fudge?
I mean, I like eating chocolate sauce, but I don't know why. I just don't like the word fudge.
Is it because it's quite like aggressive?
Oh, the blue is spirulina, actually. So somebody was mentioning the color. Blue is spirulina, which is natural and it's beautiful.
Okay,
Right.
I think it comes.
I think you're doing great for just the first time you ever did this, and for being like as far away as we are. This is great.
This is the first time I've done this recipe. I got given an ice cream maker for my birthday, and I did kind of like the first cooking story was me following an ice cream recipe, and like I was sure that ice cream, like I was told on every single website that ice cream doesn't have to be that hard, and I was like, great, I had this amazing ice cream maker, fantastic. So I'm following this recipe, and I've now got lots of people watching, and then I realized halfway through, I keep on saying like, why is this so hard? I'm like doing eggs and I've got pots on different goods. And then I go back to the recipe at the end and it's like a Michelin star ice cream recipe. And I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
that is why. So this is definitely probably, even though there are mistakes, the calmest one that I've done.
Yes. Yes. I feel like when I was a kid, my grandmother used to make ice cream and I never liked her ice cream. I'm the only one that like will admit that. Because I always wanted to go to the ice cream shop where they could scoop it. You know what I mean? Because my grandmother's would get like a little bit icy, or it wasn't like going to an ice cream shop and getting like a scoop of ice cream.
Right.
And so that was what I was trying to do with this recipe, is make something that you could scoop. And like if you have kids in your life, like, you know, you can create flavors with them, and it's like, I don't know, it's just more fun than the homemade ice cream, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, like ice cream is all beautiful and delicious and lovely, but that was what I was kind of going for.
So I guess that's part of maybe the reason. So when I've made mine on the day, it's absolutely incredible, and I'll scoop in all the and it's like delicious, and everybody's amazed that I made 2 different flavors of ice cream that day. And then the following day, once I put it in the freezer, it's all like a bit crunchy and it doesn't scoop as well.
Yep, that's exactly. Okay, so this one is actually going to be better after it freezes hard. I mean, you might have to temper it a little bit on the counter so you can get the scoop in, but that's like what it's for, is to roll it up into a ball like in a scooper and serve it that way, so you can eat it on a cone if you want to.
Okay.
So where are we at now? You've got that all in there, and I just want to double check my recipe because I always end up forgetting something. But I think we got the milk into that. We've got every ingredient added, right? The salt was in the cream cheese.
Yeah.
We've got our maple, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah.
So then what I like, so then you can put your your ginger in.
And when do I put the cornstarch milky thingy in?
Oh, yes, that's what we need. I knew it. I knew we were forgetting something. Okay, good. Here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Take a little, okay, you got that, stir it up, just stir it, make sure, because the cornstarch is really heavy, so it'll drop to the bottom. So, and how fluid is that? Can you pour it?
Yeah.
Okay, so get your,
Should it not be like that?
No, you should. Yeah. So now go stand over your ice cream base.
Yeah.
And kind of pour it in the middle slowly while you're stirring. So kind of stir the bottom, because otherwise it'll fall to the bottom of the pan. So kind of, in the pan.
Oh, I see.
Stirring in, yeah. I feel like I can reach through and help you here. But yeah, just pour it in there and keep stirring a little bit. And then we're going to bring it back to a boil. Cornstarch gets a bad rap because a lot of times it ends up really starchy. But actually, if you bring it to a boil, it doesn't work unless it comes to a boil.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll be really starchy if you don't bring it to a boil. So you got to bring it to a boil, see the bubbles. It'll start to thicken a little bit, and then you can turn it off.
Okay.
So it's literally like a 30-second kind of thing. Just turn it on, go on like medium, not medium high right now because the cornstarch actually will burn. So go on like medium.
Okay. And just keep on stirring until it
Just
boils.
stir. Yeah, you keep stirring it now. Now you have to keep stirring it.
Okay, fantastic.
And we're almost done. So this is really the last step. We're going to put ginger in then after this comes to a boil. And then you're going to cool it down. And I always like to do that in an ice bath. You can cool it down in the refrigerator. You can do it in like a bain-marie, however you want to do it. But what I do is put it in a Ziploc bag, take all the air out, and then submerge it in an ice bath because it's the fastest way to cool it down. And it is it's like, you know, from a food safety perspective, it is the best way to do it because it's so fast. And it also, then it'll be ready to make in like 20 minutes if you want to like make it right away.
Right.
But you can also wait, you can leave it in your refrigerator like for a day or two.
Oh.
If you want to. So that's great. And I will say also, I meant to say this before, this ice cream has a shelf life. So you'll be able to like take it out of the freezer, scoop some and put it back in, and then take it out again.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, you add yes, and then the rum we're gonna add also.
Yeah.
You know, I would really add the rum before you put it in the ice cream machine.
Okay.
So we don't need to add it until you're ready to freeze it, until it's cool. But thank you, somebody brought up the rum. Like these is like, you know, we're gonna forget all of them, but no, we've got the ginger, we've got the rum, we've got the maple, cream cheese, salt.
I specifically went and got a big rum, so that's
What's that?
Don't worry. Okay. Whoop. Sorry, Billy. You have to mind out of the way. I'm making ice cream.
Who's Billy?
Billy is my dog.
Oh, what kind of a dog?
I've got both dogs in the kitchen right now. Whenever I'm cooking, they know that things might fall.
Yes.
They just come and sit and sleep on my feet.
Oh my gosh. What kind are they?
So Billy is a Staffy. She's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Oh.
Roscoe is kind of like a terrier mutt, basically. And Roscoe is really old. He's 16 years old.
Oh, that is old. Wow.
Yeah. He's an old dude, but he's still getting by. He's still in the kitchen waiting for scraps. And then Billy is 9 months old.
Oh, a little guy.
Yeah,
girl.
We got her at the beginning of lockdown, and
oh.
You know, what we were saying earlier about, like, you got to find the little things that give you joy. She just brought us so much joy.
I feel like my puppies are like that too. I mean, I have a pug and a mutt, and Joey and Pug. The pug is actually named Pug.
Yeah.
And you know, just having that like warm, loving being, you know, by you to sit with you. I don't know. There's an energy that just calms.
Totally. And I love how they know what you're feeling. They know when you need love.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, is it boiling yet?
Yeah, I can feel it boiling on the bottom.
Okay. You seeing bubbles at the top at all?
Should I turn it up a bit?
Yeah, maybe just a touch.
Yeah. But it's definitely got a little bit thicker.
Oh, good. Yeah, it should be thickening up a little bit.
There we go. Oh my God, it smells so good.
Oh, I can only imagine. I mean, first of all, like, oh, somebody has a pug named Tonka. I love that. It's like a Tonka truck, but also like Tonka bean is like a vanilla, sort of similar vanilla. It's not like vanilla, but it smells like vanilla. It's an ingredient that we can't use here in America, but I love it.
This is me of the stage when you use the egg yolks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Is that the same kind of thing?
Yeah. So so cornstarch is just giving it like a little extra, it's just making it a little bit thicker, but really just holding on to that any extra water that we need in there to be tied up with something.
Right. Okay.
Everybody's saying their animal names. I love that.
What are some?
I saw a tortoise named Turbo.
Oh.
Pug named Uncle Jesse. Oh my gosh, Uncle Jesse. Frenchie named Charlotte. That's so cute.
Can I show you what she looks like?
Yes, show us.
Okay. So this is what she looks like.
Oh, I thought you were going to show us the puppies.
Oh,
This is great too. Oh,
I'm sorry about the ice cream.
beautiful.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great. Really great.
Okay. I'll get the dogs back. Billy!
Oh my gosh.
Come here. Oh, you brought your toy.
Oh my
Billy.
gosh.
That's Billy.
Oh my gosh.
That's my baby.
Oh, I love it. Her, she's amazing. And also this ice cream, it looks beautiful. I love the texture. So sometimes I make ice cream so much that like my hands will start to smell like milk and cream and vanilla or whatever. Yeah, it is. I know that scent so well. And I'm sure that the maple is just really like fragrant. So you can put the ginger in. That's going to blow up too in terms of scent in your kitchen.
Okay. Should I turn the heat off or no?
Yep, you're done with that now.
Great. Okay. So stir in.
And now here we go. This is all by taste. So give it a stir and let it sit for a little while. But then you just kind of decide how much you want it to taste like ginger. But it should be fine. If it's not enough this time, then you can always add more next time. But so what you should do is like write down how much you use. Actually, I'll when I write this recipe, if it's too light, we'll adjust it for next time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's it. So then we just need to cool it down, and that's your ice cream base. And it will it'll sort of continue to thicken a little bit, and those molecules will continue to come together as it cools.
Okay, amazing. Oh my God. I mean, it kind of, I want to put it on my face, but I won't.
Oh, it is. I mean, it's a good facial.
Yeah, I would. I totally would.
Right?
That looks amazing. Okay, so I just let that be.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Somebody said Florence in the ice cream machine. Yes, you strain out the ginger. Yep. Strain out the ginger.
Okay. All right.
And yeah.
Is that all the amount of time that the ginger needs to be in there?
You can leave it in all the way until you freeze it. You don't
Okay,
have to strain out yet.
I think I might do that.
I would leave it in. Yeah. But before you put it in the machine.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
Yep.
Oh my God, can you imagine biting into that? That'd be horrible. You'd lose a tooth.
Oh my gosh, especially after it's frozen.
Do I get to, once it's cooled down, lick the spatula?
Oh yeah, see what you think about the flavor. I mean, it's not as, warm milk. It'll taste different when it's cold, of course, a little bit. But yeah, see what you think.
Because
I'm nervous because I feel like.
Don't be nervous.
I hope it's good.
This is our first time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, making this one. Okay.
So if you added rum right now, a lot of it would evaporate. So it's good to just leave it. Can you taste the maple?
I can taste all of it.
And the ginger, is it coming out yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, good. Okay, great. So then if after it's cold, it doesn't come out, you can kind of smash them a little bit.
And then strain them.
And then that'll definitely be plenty. And then when you get to the rum, start with 1/4 cup.
Mm-hmm.
You can do up to 1/2 cup. That's going to be kind of a lot. That's great. But it may not freeze all the way. So I would start with 1/4 cup and then go like a tablespoon more. Yeah. 1/4 cup plus a tablespoon or something maybe.
So obviously guys, we can't, we have to let that cool, and that's going to take a while. And then we would just be on here for absolutely ages, which sounds like fun, but I think I'd probably end up making many more mistakes. So, so what I do is I let that cool for a bit. Is that right, Jenny? And then I'm going to put it in a bag once I've taken the ginger out. Pop it in.
You can actually do that now. If you have a big freezer bag, you can put it in there now, submerge it in an ice bath, like get all the air out.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it'll be about 20-25 minutes.
Okay.
So it's completely cool. And you can also leave it in overnight. Cool it and then put it in the refrigerator.
Yes. Should I leave the ginger in the refrigerator or take it out before I put it in there? What do you?
I would taste it. Give it a taste. And if it feels pretty light, you can just leave it in.
Okay. And I also have a question. These pecans, because, yeah.
Now I'm hungry. It's my stuff. I'll get my snack.
These pecans, how do I keep them? If I put them in too early, will they go soggy or will they always be crunchy?
They will be crunchy because you're making it and you're going to eat it within, a week, right? They get soggy when they sit there for too long, but it's usually more than a week. But what will happen is that pretty quickly, within hours to a day, you'll start to get some of the sugar, the caramelized sugar around them melting into like little pockets of caramel. So that's a good thing. That'll be good.
All right. And would you chop them up a bit so that they're not, oh no.
It's up to you. I mean, so like, it's kind of nice to get like a big burst of the pecan, and then other bites not having one. But if you want it in every bite, then I would chop them up. This is like the fun of being an ice cream maker. I mean, do you go giant chips or do you do like small ones, or, like it all depends on like what you want each spoonful to be. If you want it to be a little different every time, or, and the same is true of ginger. So you could do just enough ginger so that it's like every second or third bite, or you could do it so that it's in every single bite.
I mean, as I was saying to you yesterday, I really need a reason. Well, I don't need a reason at all to tuck into ice cream, but I really need a reason to try and reach the bottom. And I'm always so like, oh, they did it again. Like, especially Ben and Jerry's, where they place that cookie dough one layer in at a time. And then before you know it, it's gone.
You're at the bottom.
You're at the bottom. There's no
I know.
Very clever.
Everybody's doing midsummer puns for the flavor. Oh, we haven't come up with a name, so if anybody thinks about names, just keep them coming.
I'm quite excited about
Mid-rummer. Yes, that's what it was. Maple mid-rummer.
That's a funny one. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the ice cream just one more time before I leave. Oh, I shouldn't use that because, well, there you go.
I'm so excited that it's so smooth. Sometimes maple can get a little bit bumpy, but this is great. And it smells so good.
So good. Well, I'm going to let that cool.
Okay. So when you freeze it, put it in a container.
Okay.
Put some wax paper on top if you can. If you have any parchment, something like that, not plastic wrap, because plastic wrap you can get in the folds and then you don't see it when you pull it out, and sometimes you get plastics left in there. So cover it and then put it in the coldest part of your freezer for like 3 or 4 hours. Obviously, eat everything that's like in the bowl of the ice cream machine and all of that stuff. But freeze it and then bring it out and when it's a little bit harder and ready to scoop.
Crazy. Thank you so much.
I cannot wait to see what it looks like.
I'm going to keep everybody else posted on Insta stories when it's cooled down and I put it in the ice bath, and then I'm going to pop it in the ice cream maker after it's cooled down completely, and then I'll start throwing in all the pecans, and all of you can tell me if I've done too much or too little, and all of the above and below. But thank you so much, Jenny, for joining me today. I've actually learned how to make proper ice cream, even though I made lots of wonderful mistakes.
It's going to be the best ice cream you've ever had.
And it's not
oh, don't forget the rum.
I want rum before it goes into the ice cream machine.
Yep.
And I'll start with a quarter. And then
cup. Yeah, that should be enough. You're going to be tempted to do more, but it should be enough because otherwise it won't freeze.
Oh, I see. And then it'll go.
Maybe just like another tablespoon if you need to.
Yeah, I'll do a bit of.
And then I will work out a recipe and post it on. Yeah. I'll post it and then I'll tag you and we'll get it out there.
Fantastic. And then I'll share it too. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you all so much. Thank you. Have fun.
Thank you, Jenny.
Can't wait till you taste the actual finished ice cream.
Me too. I'll send you pictures.
Yay. Bye, guys. Yeah. Have a great night.
And my wonderful friend has just said, do not forget to vote. Registering is one part of it. It's an amazing step, and well done for doing that if you weren't considering it before. But
thank you so much for what you've done, and everybody for going and registering and all of the things.
Yes, thank you so much. There's a good bit more of work to do, but thank you for registering, and I look forward to continuing the conversation.
Yay.
Bye.
All right, bye, guys.
How do I end this? Oh, end.
There we go.